Hello everyone, my name is Gini Amal. Uh, as promised on my Instagram channel that I would be bringing a video on the interview questions regarding the early childhood educator interview. You would see the postings of ECE on usually on Indeed or the specific site of the daycare you are applying for. It would be with the name as RECE, Registered Early Childhood Educator, or DECE, Designated Early Childhood Educator. The purpose of this video is purely to bring as many questions and answers we could to you guys, because I have been in that same boat a few years back where I had no clue what my first interview regarding ECE would be. The questions, the answers, I just blankly gave that interview, and but yeah, along the way I learned a lot and have been fortunate enough to be learning every day in this field. I have worked as an ECE for 1.5 to 2 years, and eventually I shifted to the school teacher, uh, which I am working presently as an OCT certified teacher. So this video is purely scripted, I would say, because me and my friend Priyanka, who is an early childhood educator and has been working for 4 years in this field, we know what the questions are. So definitely, it's something not that we are making up on the moment. I have the questions written with me. I just want to bring up those questions in front of you all. The answers that would come along are definitely according to Priyanka's own experience and her opinions, I would say. So feel free to write your opinions or experiences which might be different from what Priyanka had in the comment section. And definitely we are open for all the constructive feedback regarding the questions as well as the answers. And you guys can pen down your questions. You are free to write your questions which you might have experienced in the past and were not able to give, you were unable to answer. And we can have collective thoughts of the people around us through this video. So on my part, I would first thank Priyanka. Hi Priyanka.
Hi Dini. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much for coming here and giving us your precious time and straight away coming from your workplace. So thank you so much. And yeah, we would be starting with our interview and bring up as much as knowledge we can to our viewers.
Absolutely, let's go for it.
Yeah. My very first question to you would be, tell us about yourself and how do you relate your experiences with this job posting?
Oh, my name is Priyanka. I'm a mother of 2-year-old, a very naughty daughter. Talking about my professional life, I have 10 years of experience in education sector. From that, 6 years are from India. There I was a primary school teacher, and I also have 4 years of experience in India as an ECE. Also, I am both ECE and OCT certified. As an ECE, my experience and knowledge is increasing by every passing day, and I feel blessed to be around the positive energy of the kids. Also, as a mother of 2-year-old, I'm learning a lot about the psychology of the kids every passing day.
Definitely, I would say I am learning every day about the psychology of kids, and every kid is so unique and different in their way. So yeah.
Yes.
Moving on to our next question, Priyanka. Daycares, they do follow play-based learning, as you are already aware. How would you incorporate play-based learning in your classroom as an educator?
Well, for me, play-based learning is at the core of my teaching philosophy. I design activities that are open-ended as well as child-led, that allows children to explore their interests. For example, if children show interest in building, I might set up a construction zone which has blocks and tools that encourages them to problem solve also to collaborate with each other, and also to express their creativity.
Thank you. Thank you. Uh, we all know that it's great for the kids' progress when parents and educators they work hand in hand. Uh, how would you communicate with parents about their child's progress?
Well, I believe in maintaining regular and also open communication with parents of all my students. I use combination of daily updates, periodic progress reports, and also parent-teacher meetings. I share documentation such as photos, work examples to give parents a clear picture of their child's learning and development as well.
Great, thank you. Definitely, when I moved from India to Canada, taking pictures and sending it to parents was something that came new to me. Like, I didn't had the chance to experience it when I was a teacher in India, but yeah, I would say it's a great way. The parents at their end feel really relaxed. Definitely, everything is done with the consent of the parents, but you would understand. You have a 2-year-old kid.
That's right.
That it brings out a next level satisfaction that your kid is safe in the daycare, right?
That's very true.
Yeah.
I have a daughter and I know how it's been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Moving on to our next question, Priyanka. We all know that how important it is to maintain an inclusive environment in the classroom. What do you think would be the strategies to create an inclusive environment in the classroom as an educator?
From my perspective, to create an inclusive environment, I ensure that all children feel valued, respected, regardless of their backgrounds or their abilities. I include diverse materials in the classroom, adapt activities to meet their individual needs, and foster a sense of community where every child feels they belong. I also collaborate with specialists if needed to support children with specific needs.
Definitely. I love this thing about daycares where they include the specialists if required. So those are the great steps taken on their part. So yeah, thank you for sharing that knowledge with us. Um, Definitely, as educators in the daycares, we do work as a part of the team. What do you think would be a time where you had to work as a part of the team, and how did you contribute to that?
Well, if I recall from a previous experience,
Yeah.
I was a part of team that planned a large family engagement event.
Okay.
So from my end, my contribution was to organize activities that reflected the diverse cultures of our families. For that, I collaborated with my colleagues to ensure that the event was inclusive as well as engaging, and I coordinated with parents as well to gather all the materials and resources required. And with God's grace, the event was a success and it strengthened our relationships with all the families.
Great. Definitely, that maintaining the relationship with families and building it on a positive note is always great for us as educators and for the kids. I would say that is the main thing that works the best for them. And what do you think? Like, what strategies would you use to engage parents or caregivers in child's learning and their progress?
Well, if we talk about strategies, there are multiple strategies we can use.
Yeah.
From my end, the strategies which I employed throughout my experience are regular communication, because key role is communicating with not only with the students, with parents as well, and with everybody around, because that's how we keep everything updated and we stay in touch with everything. So to keep my parents updated with all the information, I communicate with them through emails, through newsletters, or even we have a classroom app for that. The other strategy which I use are the parent-teacher conferences. So during these meetings, I present specific examples of the child's work. I also discuss their strengths and also the areas which can be worked upon for their own growth. Further talking about another strategy are the workshops and events There are various workshops and events which are organized by the institutions that promote the child development, and also they support learning at home as well. Then I also like to invite parents to participate in the classroom activities, which I personally find it is very engaging. Parents actually see what their child is doing, and that is really a good feeling to look at. And then I also provide resources such as books, articles, or even the activity ideas that they can use at home to reinforce what the child has been learning in the classroom. So that is another great strategy, I would say. Also, I strive at creating an inclusive and welcoming environment, because as a parent, we have that thing that we should feel comfortable where our child is going. So I think a welcoming environment is a must.
Yeah.
And last but not the least, the feedback and collaboration. So taking a constructive feedback from the parents is very important to bring out the best in their kids.
Perfect. I believe at every point you are saying, and definitely where you said that parents, they do see when their child is feeling safe in the classroom. That's the best feeling for them. I guess there is no other feeling above that. When they see that their child wants to go to the daycare, they wake up in the morning and they say, mama school or daddy school.
Absolutely.
And then and then even obviously they do miss their parents there, but you know that they are feeling valued there, and that's the best part.
Absolutely.
And you can actually focus on your work when they are at the daycare, because they're happy.
And when you have trust in the teachers,
Exactly.
you know your children are in the safe hands and they can work their best with no worries about the child, at least for a few hours.
Exactly, that's so true. Safety is the utmost priority, I guess,
Right.
for us as educators, for parents. Yeah, there is nothing about that. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I would like to ask you one last question. Describe a time where you had to handle an emergency situation involving a child. What was the outcome of that situation? I would recommend you to use the STAR response in that. I would love to tell everyone that a STAR is a situation, task, action, and result. So the short form for that I'm using here is a STAR. So you must already be aware of that, definitely. So yeah, I would love to have your response on that.
We were once outside during recess when one of the children, he was a 4-year-old boy, he suddenly began choking on a piece of apple that he was eating. So immediately when I saw him, so my responsibility was to ensure that his safety is taken care of, and he was provided with the first aid which was required for him. So while keeping all the children calm and managing the situation effectively, I helped the child. So for that, the action which I took, I quickly assessed the situation, and I saw the child was unable to speak or cough because he had the required first aid. And then I informed his parents about the incident immediately. They were so grateful for the quick response that I took, and also appreciated the care that had been taken to keep their son safe.
Great. Glad that you and educators around you took those steps for the kid, and the kid was safe. So yeah. Thank you, Priyanka, for being a part of our video today. It was great to listen to your experiences and sharing them with our viewers. I am sure it's going to be a great knowledge for you guys. Maybe giving you guys a little more, in depth of how the questions look like, how the answers should be, and feel free to write your opinions or your experiences in the comment section. This video is just for the purpose to bring as many questions and answers we could for everybody going to appear for the ECE interviews. There are many more questions that are asked. I have uploaded 3 short videos on my Instagram channel as well, where you guys can go and see the other questions. Definitely, I would say we should be very clear with our basic knowledge of the daycare, student-teacher ratio in the daycare, and the we all need vulnerable sector check to work in the daycare. The first aid and CPR level C we are some is one of the certification we require to work in the daycare. I hope this video helps each one of you who are trying to appear for your interview, and feel free to ask any questions you want to ask in the comment section, or maybe put down any questions you want to, which you have in your mind, or maybe you experienced them in an interview and you were unable to answer, or maybe you need more clarification. So everybody who would be reading the comments, or I on my part would try to answer those questions regarding the interviews for ECs. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a great day, and I would love to express my heartfelt gratitude to Priyanka as well for being with us. Thank you, Priyanka.
Thank you so much for having me, and I wish good luck to all the people who are trying to pursue their career as ECE, and may you succeed in your life. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Priyanka. Thank you, and yeah, may you all have a great day. Bye bye.